Hey guys, Mark McMahon here. When I did my first house flip, I had a partner. The reason why is because I really didn't know what I was doing and I needed that, boost. I needed that confidence to get through that first job. And actually, we even did the second one with the same guy because it worked out so well the first time. So if that's something that's interesting, you want to hear about that, please hit the like button. Please hit the notification button and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate it. So this was probably 10, 11 years ago when we started flipping houses. And we got a house in Los Angeles. Actually, the guy that I ended up partnering with it brought it to me and said, hey, do you want to partner on this? Because we had previously talked before. And I said, yeah, why not? So we provided money, we provided construction, he provided the house, and kind of held my hand through the entire thing, which turns out was probably the best thing I could have ever done. Granted, I could have gotten through it without that, but just knowing that he was there to answer any questions I had along the way really made it smooth. Now, not everything on that first flip went smooth. We went over budget, we probably paid too much for the house, and I ended up doing a lot of the work myself, which is a big no-no. If you can't afford to flip the house with somebody else's labor, unless you're only doing one or two a year, you probably shouldn't do it. I always make sure I budget enough money now to hire someone to do everything so I don't have to get involved in it, because really the thing I need to spend most of my time on is finding more properties. But anyway, I met Dave at a seminar that he was giving on how to raise private money. And I had already raised quite a bit of private money, but we weren't exactly sure how to structure it. So I went up and talked to him afterwards. And when I mentioned that I had private money already, he was pretty excited. He was looking for people with money actually at that particular meeting. So we ended up talking a little bit more, and that's how we ended up doing that first deal together. He brought it to me and we ended up working together on it. Now on this first deal, the profit margin wasn't quite what I expected it was going to be, but what I learned there was a college education all wrapped up in one. I learned how to buy a house, I learned how to flip a house, I learned how to manage a flip construction crew, which is slightly different than managing a regular construction crew. And I also learned all the paperwork and everything that goes into buying a house and selling a house. It was quite an education, let me tell you. But once I got through it, I had almost enough confidence, my wife and I had almost enough confidence to do our next one on our own. Now, the tricky part about this one is we only made about $3,000 each. And let me tell you why, because I want you to learn from my mistakes. Every time you listen to me, if I tell you about a mistake, I don't ever want to hear you making the same one. So the one mistake that we made, we ended up buying a house with an extra bathroom on it that wasn't permitted. All right, we thought it wasn't. We ended up having to get it permitted. That cost extra time, extra money, so more interest, more construction costs. We ended up getting a house with a brick foundation. Stupid me, I didn't go underneath. If you've watched some of my videos before, you know it's not the first time I've made the brick house. Well, that was actually the first time I made the brick house foundation mistake. But I made it 2 more times in my flip career. I'm assuming I'll never make it again because all 3 times ended up costing me dearly. Actually, the last 2 times were much more expensive. This one, we lost a couple of buyers because of it, but we ended up selling it to someone in the end. But we did have to discount it because of that, and that was most of our profit. All right, so I learned that. I also learned that extremely tiny houses that have less than, I believe it was 500 and some odd square feet, that have 2 bedrooms and 2 baths are a difficult sell because there's just not a lot of room. But we did sell it, we did make our little bit of a profit, and we ended up learning so much from it. It actually was the catalyst for the rest of our career that we're still doing today. So, the part that I really want you guys to zero in on is the fact that we ended up partnering on our first deal. You know, I talk about partnerships and I'm not a real big fan of them, but when you're first learning, it's an excellent idea to partner with somebody or bring a deal to somebody and be able to watch the process so that you can learn. It is far less expensive to not make money on your first deal because you're learning than it is to lose money on your first deal because you don't know what the hell you're doing. So my advice, if you're really not sure of what you're doing, is find a pro in your area, bring them a deal, and see if you can walk through the process with them, or bring the deal and bring the money, or bring the deal and a little bit of construction know-how. Be of value. We talk about that a lot. Be of value for these people. All right, guys, thank you so much for tuning in today. I hope that helps you get down the road of investing, not by yourself, but working with other people around you. Leverage other people's knowledge and use what you've got. Use your strengths to find those people and be of value to them. Guys, again, please hit the like button, please subscribe, hit that notification bell, and if you want to get started in real estate investing, please download the list below on how to get started. It's a great way to get the ball rolling. It's a list of things that you need to do in order to even get started. That way you can start making progress today, not tomorrow or next year. Guys, thanks a lot. Have a great day, and I'll see you next time. Hey guys, check out these 2 videos. They're really going to help you on your investment journey. I'm also on Instagram. Tons of great video content there. Really good stuff. Please subscribe. I'll see you next time.